let's. I think what we're talking about here. I think what we're talking about here. No, but we need to discuss this because it's an urgent issue and it's a freedom that we need to protect, which is the freedom of the artist to paint, or the writer to write, or the poet to write poetry. Now the thing is, if it's going to come up against religious freedom, if it's going to come up against nationalism, then that's very dangerous because it puts a curb on artists in the future.
One of the main issues that came up was his own painting of Bharat Mata,
which was not, by the way.
And please let me complete. Please, I know you can say whatever you want to say, but let me complete. This was put up for sale, and it was to be inaugurated by the then governor of Maharashtra, who is the external affairs minister now,
right,
Mr. Krishna. He refused to go to that when he came to know that there is a nude painting of Bharat Mata, which he said
the nude painting of Bharat Mata.
It does not confine into the constitutional provisions.
Okay, Akhil Sibal, you wanted to say something.
Go ahead. The governor did not attend that meeting.
I think there's a story about that.
No, does the governor, is it RSS, Bajrang Dal?
It was the fault of the gallery.
It was the fault of the gallery.
If it is the fault of the gallery, the gallery should
not.
Okay,
he did not.
Go ahead, Akhil.
Bharat Mata. The gallery named the painting.
I completely echo what Anjali Menon is saying. She always expresses the sentiment so well that I don't really want to add to it. But I do want to respond to some of the things that Mr. Seshadri has said, because I think that is important. He made the point, and this is a very common, usual argument, that look, why doesn't Hussain paint gods and goddesses and other religious figures from other religions in the nude? And say Fatima is cited as an example.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to wrap it up quickly. Right.
Yeah, this is a completely misconceived argument for the simple reason that Hindu art has a tradition of eroticism mixed with religion. That's also what the Delhi High Court said. And it's apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges.
As an erotic painter is also absolutely rotten argument. Hussain is much above this.
Okay, let's get in the very agitated Ms. Natarajan.
That there is erotic art and religion is mixed up in Hindu ancient art and culture.
Very quickly,
Ms.
Natarajan.
You don't see them breaking down.
Ms. Natarajan.
Well, only if I'm allowed to say something.
Very quickly.
I'm hearing a lecture about erotic art. I want to make two quick points, and that is, I feel that this entire debate, we are trying, I totally endorse to what Anjali Menon is saying, that we are trying to mix up something over an old issue which is already over.
Okay, Ms. Natarajan.
You are trying to simply sensationalize it. You are not ever letting me finish a sentence.
Very quickly.
You don't want to hear what we are saying. I'm trying to say that it's not the job of government to bring Mr. Hussain back. He should come back if he wants to come back. The country is here to welcome him if he wants to come back. And if protection is required, it will be given. So I don't want to hear any denunciations or lectures about either erotic Indian art or about the importance of Indian art.
You've had your say. I'm afraid we're completely out of time. Jayanti Natarajan, Akhil Sibal, Anjali Menon, Seshadri Chari, thanks very much indeed for joining us. What are you telling us? Should the government bring Hussain home? In fact, it continues to be an indictment of the freedoms available in India. 43% yes, 57 no. The number saying yes has gone up by 3%. Anjali Menon has convinced our SMS audience. Thanks for watching Face the Nation.